Hello everyone, this is Casey and I am back for another episode. This is episode 5 and let's get to it. Alright, so I actually traveled to Balmora. I wasn't recording it because it'd just be a waste of time. And yeah, I'm in Balmora now and I'm going to investigate Balmora. So I'm actually going to see if there are a few more quests around here, so I'm actually going to look at this one here. Fighters Guild Handbill. Ready for adventure? The Fighters Guild is looking for strong hearts and stout arms to combat the Daedric threat. Seek out, I have no idea how to pronounce that name, at St. Dallin's, Kenton today. I should find this dude at the Fighters Guild. Oh, and then there's this dude.
You look like the traveling sort. In your excursions, have you perchance come upon a young dark elf named Vea? She went missing a couple of weeks ago and her father desperately seeks any information regarding her whereabouts.
I don't think I've seen anyone named Vea.
That's a shame. Her father, Eris, the house counselor here in Balmora, promises that anyone who can find his daughter and return her safely to his side will be well rewarded.
Can you provide me with any additional information?
You should speak to Counselor Eris. He's opened the kin house to interview potential recruits. Freelancers, as it were. If you're interested, go speak to the counselor. The longer Vea remains missing, the more distressed Counselor Eris becomes.
I'll speak to Counselor Eris.
Counselor Eris can be found at the Redarin kin house. And do hurry. He's ever so troubled by our failure to locate young Vea. If he finds that an outsider can succeed where the houseguard has failed, so be it.
You don't seem to like the idea of the counselor seeking help in this matter.
I have no issue with Counselor Eris seeking help. It's where he's decided to get that help that concerns me. House Redarin doesn't need outsiders to take care of its business. But who am I to question a house counselor?
Tell me more about House Redarin.
How can anyone not know about House Redarin? Is this some sort of outlander ruse?
No ruse, I just want to know more about House Redarin.
Well, in that case, Redarin is the grandest of the great Dunmer houses. We champion the virtues of duty and piety, and we have a proud military tradition. Our house comes first in all things. I don't understand why Eris seeks outside help.
Tell me what happened to Vea.
If I knew what happened to the counselor's daughter, I wouldn't be talking to you now, would I? As far as we can tell, she left of her own accord. There wasn't any foul play involved that we're aware of. Beyond that, you'd have to ask the counselor.
Who's Counselor Eris?
Counselor Eris Relith oversees Redarin operations in Balmora and the surrounding countryside. He's very influential, very powerful. Usually, the counselor doesn't allow his passions to get the better of him. But Vea is his daughter, after all.
Alright, goodbye. Alright, now we are going to continue on with our quest. It looks like there's something here as well. House Redarin Proclamation. By order of House Guard and the Redarin High Council, the Shulk Ore Mine is closed and all operations toward reopening the mine has been suspended. Workers should stay away until further notice, and visitors are strongly cautioned to avoid the area on pain of fine or imprisonment, or both. This includes you, Crew Chief Honda. Note that every effort should be made to locate the missing mine workers as soon as possible. Alright, so actually I need to switch over back to there. So I've gathered one bit of information out of 3. Alright.
Please, this one needs to get out of here. Those cultists, they're insane.
Alright, but keep your voice down. I'll be ready to leave soon enough. In the meantime, if anyone asks, you're just here to haul cargo.
What? Who? This one is just here to haul cargo.
Relax, I'm here to help. What was that you said about cultists?
Cultists? This one said nothing about cultists. Perhaps you are thinking of another Khajiit. Look, Renaku just wants to leave all these crazy dark elves behind and find a safer mine to work in. The Shulk ore mine is cursed.
If you tell me about the cultists, I might be able to do something about it.
Really? You? Just leave Renaku out of it. If you want to know what happened so badly, just go out to the Shulk ore mine and see for yourself.
Alright, goodbye. Don't think I can get anything from her. Alright, let's continue on and gather some more information. Oh, I guess I gathered more information. Alright, so also I think I have to investigate the mine as well. Hint, I should check around town and see what I can find out about this supposed cult. Tarvis suggested I inquire at the inn, talk to mine workers, and look into House Veteran Proclamation. Alright, so I'm actually going to go to the inn. Let me just quickly check on the map where it is. So that's the riding company. Looks like this might be it. Yeah. Yeah. Alright.
I love seeing new faces. For a while, it was just the same old miners and the occasional traveling merchant. Thought Carolyn might have to shut this place down. Look at me talking your ears off. What can I get you?
Any idea why visitors have been scarce?
At first, I assumed it was the usual house squabbles. Redoran and Hlalu arguments can get pretty heated. Then I thought maybe the Ashlanders were scaring people off. But after that proclamation... No, I'd rather not talk about that with a stranger.
I just want to help.
I'm sure you do, but I have to live here, you know? Look, there's nothing I can tell you. If the houses ever found out I told an outlander about our troubles, maybe one of the miners will be more willing to talk to you.
Maybe if I paid you for your trouble.
I like the color of your gold, Outlander. Just between us, I heard the House Guard shut down the Shulk ore mine. Something to do with violent cultists who attacked the miners and took over the place. Even got the crew chief, or so I heard.
Goodbye. Find the crew chief. So it looks like I gotta go out here. Hopefully he's not too far. Looks like it's just around that corner.
What happened? Let me see. I just tried to pet it. Damn dog bit me.
You shouldn't be here. House Redoran Proclamation? I wouldn't be here myself, but some of my miners are still in there.
Can you tell me what happened in the mine?
Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They showed up and just took the place over. My people are trapped. I'm no expert, but it looked like the cultists were preparing to conduct a ritual before the Ashlander interrupted them.
Why do you think the cultists are conducting a ritual?
Probably because I heard one of them say, "With this ritual we'll call forth a mystical weapon and attain the power of a god." Or something along those lines. Look, I was just trying to get me and my miners out of there when the Ashlanders showed up.
An Ashlander interrupted the cultists?
Well, I never actually saw an Ashlander, but I heard a cultist yell, "Ashlander thief! That's our mystical weapon!" That's not an exact quote, but you get the idea. I don't know what happened after that. I was kind of busy trying not to die.
What kind of mine is the Shulk?
It used to be an ore mine, and we hope it will be again. My crew was inside preparing to start up mining operations when the cultists attacked. The way things are going, we might just have to turn the place into another Kwama egg mine.
I'll go into the mine and see what I can find out.
Really? That's awfully brave of you. If you see any of my miners, tell them to get their arses out here. I'll wait as long as I can. Or until I hear screaming. Then I'll go to Balmora and try to find some help. Good luck in there.
Goodbye. Alrighty. Shalt or mine. Alright, let's make our way in. Oh. Alright, 6 gold. Red exile instructions. My red exiles. I need you to infiltrate the mine outside Balmora and recover an item of great importance to our venerated cause and to the elevation of Ashlanders everywhere. Currently, this item resides in the possession of the Narcotic Cult, who plan to conduct a ritual in the mine to grant them the ability to channel unfathomable power. Let the cultists begin the process, but acquire the item before they can complete the ritual. The item lies in one of the deep chambers of the mine, most likely heavily guarded. Sneak in and steal the item. It has the appearance of a staff made of metals and gears. Okay. One second. Really? What's this way? Retrieve ritual items. Alright. Deep mine shapers. Oh.
Return the relic and we'll let you live.
Let's go up here and narcotic ritual bag. Narcotic ritual bag. Take. Alright, so this one's better, so I'm gonna put that on. Alright, so I gotta actually go back here. Bark bell.
Did you find what you were looking for in the mine?
I'm not sure. I need to consult with my contact.
Of course. I perfectly understand. I think I'll wait a little longer and see if any of my miners were able to escape from the cultists. Good luck with your mission. Whatever it is.
Goodbye. Alrighty. Yep, so it looks like I've completely investigated here in Balmora. So I'm actually going to continue on. I'm going to go back to Balmora and see if there's anything like quests that I can start there. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, talk to Counselor Eris. So, I just need to find out where he is. So, talk to Counselor Eris. Maybe I gotta go here. Yeah, right there. So, the quest is called Fleeing the Past. Let's actually read up on it before I go in there. Fleeing past. The House Veteran Counselor seeks information regarding his missing daughter, Vea Relith. After exhausting health's resources, he turns to outside help to the concerted effort to find her. If I want to help find the missing dark elf named Vea, I need to go to the Veteran Kin House and talk to Counselor Eris Relith. Alright, so we're gonna start this one and then possibly do it for the next episode as well.
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Sergeant Faldras sent me. He said you needed help finding your daughter.
My daughter has been gone too long, and the house guard can't seem to find a wall in the corner. But why should I trust you with this task? Tell me, Outlander, how can you succeed when my forces continue to fail time and time again?
It seems your daughter knows your people and their tactics. She doesn't know me.
An interesting insight. Perhaps you can find my daughter. Vea can handle herself, but the father worries, you understand? Anyway, I agree with your assessment. That's why I'm willing to bring in outside help on this.
Tell me what happened.
Vea fled after a family disagreement. She's run away before, but I'm concerned that she might have something more permanent in mind this time, and more dangerous. Vea knows how to evade the house guard, but as you said, she doesn't know you.
Alright, I'll try to find your daughter.
Captain Briven oversees the house's attempt to locate my daughter. You should speak to him and see what his investigation has already turned up.
Where can I find Captain Briven?
He's probably patrolling the town square at this time of day. Briven's soldiers have been trying to get information out of Vea's friends. But those young men and women are almost as good at avoiding the house guard as my daughter.
You mentioned a family disagreement?
That is a private matter. If your investigation proves fruitful, and such matters become relevant, we can discuss them. But not before.
Maybe your wife would be willing to discuss that with me.
Like my daughter, my wife has a mind of her own. What the two of you discuss is your own affair. Just understand that I haven't employed you to solve my family's problems. I only need you to find my daughter.
You mentioned Vea might be involved in something dangerous.
Vea has always been fascinated by the Morag Tong. Even admired one of their agents when she was growing up. It's possible she sought refuge with this agent, or even decided to join the organization. Though I hope I'm wrong about that.
Tell me more about Morag Tong.
The Morag Tong? They're an ancient guild of assassins sanctioned by the Tribunal to carry out honorable writs of execution.
Just like when you first
Ostensibly, they're
arrived.
supposed to keep the houses from resorting to all-out war. But I still find the practice barbaric.
And the agent that Vea admires.
Someone of no consequence, and not at all important to accomplishing your mission. Besides, you don't find Morag Tong agents, they find you. Just pray it's not because your name wound up on one of their writs. That is a death sentence.
Alright, goodbye. Okay, so I gotta go and talk to Captain Briven. Tavia Relith.
I couldn't help overhearing your conversation with my husband. We share the same office after all. Thank you for agreeing to look for our daughter. But know that Vea is headstrong. I say this from experience. I am her mother after all.
Are you somebody important?
Important? I suppose that depends upon who you ask. My husband thinks so. I'm the treasurer here in Balmora. My job requires that I record all important transactions regarding Redarin finances and balance everything to the last gold piece.
Your husband?
Councillor Eris, who oversees Redarin operations in the Balmora region. Our family is one of the most respected in the house. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, wherever it is you come from. Now, if you don't mind, I have a lot of work to do.
Can you tell me anything else that may help me find Vea?
She stormed out of the house after a heated argument with her father. Nothing unusual in that. But when she didn't return, well, that's when both her father and I started to worry.
What was the argument about?
I'd rather not talk about that. It's a private matter concerning the family. The relevant fact remains that my daughter took her most cherished possessions and left home. I'm worried that she's going to do something that can't be undone.
And what do you think that Vea is going to do?
As I said, Vea is headstrong. Confident. Perhaps too confident. She might join the Morag Tong just to spite her father. Or run off to fight in the war. Something reckless along those lines. Please do what you can and find my daughter.
Alright, goodbye. Now I'm going to head over to talk
May I
to
be of
Captain Brivon. And then after that I'm going to end off the episode.
Not now, Outlander. If you need some sort of assistance, go find one of the House Guard.
Counselor Eris sent me to ask you about the investigation to find his daughter.
You must be one of the freelancers the Council employed to supplement the duties of the House Guard. Very well. I'll tell you what I know. Vea ran away. Again. I hope you can succeed when my troops have failed. If anything happens to Vea...
Sounds like you have a personal stake in this.
I've known the Relith family since I was a child. Vea is like a sister to me, and I'll do everything in my power to get her home safe and sound. Even trust an Outlander. We think her friends may know where she is, but they keep eluding us.
Maybe her friends will be the less suspicious if I approach them.
Perhaps. As long as you don't get too close. They've been running notes of late. I think it has something to do with Vea, but the runners keep evading my guards. Look for a group meeting on the other side of town, and see if you can follow the note.
I'll see if I can follow the note.
When you find Vea's friends, remember to keep your distance. You just want to spot the note carrier and follow him to whoever's receiving these messages. That's the key to locating Vea. If you can't do it, don't worry. The house can handle it.
Tell me more about Vea Relith.
Vea's a born warrior. Hard-headed, stubborn, a real pain in the ass. She can fight like an angry netch, though. I keep trying to get her to join the militia, and she always turns me down.
Tell me about Vea's disagreement with her father.
That's not my tale to tell. If Councillor Eris or his wife won't speak of the troubles his family has had to deal with in recent weeks, maybe you can ask Vea. If and when you find her.
Tell me more about this note that you want me to find.
We started to notice groups of young dark elves gathering in out-of-the-way parts of the city. One of my guards saw them pass a note between them, but they split up and she lost them in the back alleys.
What do you think the note contains?
Could be a love poem or a recipe for Kwama cream cocktail. But we suspect it's the way Vea has been keeping tabs on what's been happening in the city. Look, it may amount to nothing, but the note could give us a lead on where to find Vea.
Alright, goodbye. So, I might actually go look now. Where might they be? So, it shows right there. So I'm actually going to cross here. Yeah, looks like it's about over there. Yeah. So I'm gonna go here, go there, and then that way.
Get this letter to Trevis. It's important. Just don't let House Redarin get their hands on it. If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
Where the fuck did she go?
So much to do, so little time.
can't tell which way she went because she's not loading in. Looks like the runner went inside there.
Hello, can I help you? Wait a moment. You're one of those hirelings House Redoran pays to harass us simple folk. Look, all Vea wants to do is to find out what happened to her brother. Too bad the house doesn't seem to care a swit about any of that.
So Counselor Eris just wants to find his daughter. Will the note you received help me accomplish that?
Vea wants nothing to do with the house or her father. Why can't any of you respect that? Even if I wanted to help, I haven't seen Vea since she snuck out of town. We communicate by notes, and this one isn't even about her.
What's the note about then?
If you must know, it concerns Vea's brother. He was an officer in the House Guard before he vanished without a trace. We've been trying to help Vea find him.
Who are you delivering this information to if you aren't in contact with Vea?
A local tough. Goes by the name of Ashur. He delivers the letters. We usually meet him outside of town to the northeast. But good luck trying to get any information out of him. Ashur is not known for his conversational skills.
I can be very persuasive.
I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur. He's been passing our notes on to Vea. Just to the north of the town. Or is this your way of offering to save me a trip since you're headed his way?
How do you know Vea?
Balmora's not that big. Most of the sons and daughters of the house leaders and prominent merchants know each other. Vea's one of us, and we'll do whatever it takes to help her find her brother.
You'll do anything for Vea?
Well, within reason. And Vea would do the same for us. That's why we're helping her. She really is a terrific person.
Tell me more about Vea's brother.
I'm not telling you anything, you Redoran lapdog.
Alright, goodbye. So, yeah, I'm actually... Alright, I'm going to end off the episode there. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.